Hello again. Thank you for joining us on Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. This is the first in the series of the Honda Stream. The mobilette is now up for sale, so that will be going shortly, hopefully. And today we're going to start doing the Honda Stream. I've just had an unofficial ride around the car park. I do know for a fact once the choke comes on, they're a little bit hesitant to get going, so I needed to give it a little bit of a run just to see how things were. And it's got, for its size and its engine, it's got a hell of a lot of power, or torque, shall we say. So I haven't got any plans of how I'm going to do this in any particular order. I want to get the panels repainted. The wheels, I've noticed that they've been painted over with hand paint, I think, hand painted, a little bit of rust around the rims. I will be going around those and powder coating those, and as we go along, doing a little bit of a service as we go. But just show you one thing before we carry on. But this is one thing that's very useful that has come with the bike. This is the, just for the old MOTs, it's come with the original advertising for it, that's its specifications, and this is the full Honda workshop manual, which is a lot more in depth than the Haynes manual, so it will help me going along, which I say it's that will be very useful. This is the other thing I managed to get. This is the original number plate. Now these are not legal lettering anymore. It probably was on the day, but not now. So I managed to get a shorter number plate made. It doesn't have room for the GB stickers and etc. on the end. So I didn't. The other one I tried an original and it sticks right out here. But this one, this will be taken off. It's a little bit rusty, surface rust and that. I will be sanding that back, powder coating that, and then once that's done, we can then fix the new number plate on, which doesn't stick out any further than the body. So that's another little job once we start doing this. I've called this episode the rear end, because basically I'll just be looking at the rear end. This is the engine and everything. There are some small cracks in that on this bodywork. It's mainly faded, but this should sand down. I don't think I'll even have to prime it because it's the paintwork's still there, but it'll need sanding down. And I've got some Honda Rio red, which I think is pretty much original colour for it, and we can get that done. In the meantime, the engine I want to clean up, and we'll see how that is. Got a new spark plug. I'll do a mini service as we go. Once the wheels come off, we can check the brakes and see how we go from there. Right, I haven't looked up any instructions how to do this yet, but I think it's pretty straightforward. We've got 3 bolts in here. Take this one out. Okay, so I'm now, oh god, here we go, try not to lose those as always. I'll take the other 2 out and then we'll move on from there. Right, that's that 3 out of the way, so hopefully there doesn't appear to be any bolts underneath, but take these 2 top bolts out. Here's the spark plug there. Right, we'll see what else is holding it. Yeah, I wasn't actually sure how these came off. It doesn't actually say in the manual, believe it or not. It does tell you about the other panels, but pretty straightforward. Once that screw is removed there's actually some little plastic clips there that actually go into some rubber stoppers under there. So hopefully we can just pull that off like that. There we go. That's that one off. And then we've got some bolts just down there each side, which should take this cover off. Right, so this is a 10mm bolt. Okay, and I'll just remove the other side. There we go, so they're out, and that just lifts off. And here we go. See, as you can see, the plastics and everything, they're just dirty. This is the exhaust guard, that will come off hopefully, and some of these plastics around the edges. So I want to keep this as a rolling chassis, so obviously I'll get this roll this in and out at night. So I think today I'm going to concentrate on just this wheel and powder coating that, and this exhaust shield if I can, which will then give me access to the cleaning up some of these plastics, and I'll go around and clean all the plastics, electrics and everything. So we'll just concentrate on the back today, and then I will carry on and take this panel off and powder coat that black and the wheels after that. So I think today it's just going to be a case of doing this exhaust shield, taking the wheel off, we can check the brakes, and getting these plastics off gives me more chance to clean up the engine and that, and get this powder coated. So I'll carry on and get these plastics off and come back to you in a minute. Is that a good idea, Jenny? We do it that way? What do you think? Yes, I think that's agreed. So we'll start just taking these off. Okay, I'll just take the other two out. Before we carry on with the rest of it, the postman's just come. I've been waiting a little while for these to come. These stickers are rare as hen's teeth to get hold of. Just tried everywhere, can't get them. So I had to go at trying to design them myself on this online website. I wasn't able to get obviously that font right. There's no way I could do that. But I sort of half measured it all up and just give it a go. And these have come today, so I'm hoping that will look okay. It's the same, got the same sort of colours, but once that's all painted and we put that on there, apart from the font of the stream bit, I don't think that'll make any difference. So I hope you do think that looks all right. Right, just check the tyres over. They're all very good. They haven't had an MOT for 2 years, just because the person I bought it from didn't get a chance to carry on with it. So they will be okay, these tyres. I'm going to take the wheel off now. I'm going to have to jack it up, obviously, being it's on 3 wheels. But then I'm going to have to release the brake probably to get the wheel off, because the hubs are in there. So first of all, I'll take the cap off and just loosen the wheels, hopefully. And then we can, well, that didn't take long, did it? So we can undo that. And then we'll jack it up, just to make sure it's okay. Okay. Right, take it. God, so you want me, this is dodgy. That's why I want to keep it on 3 wheels. Right, okay. Okay, so that won't come off because of the brakes, so we have to be careful here. I've now moved the bike into a safer position so it doesn't fall over. I was having all sorts of problems trying to lever this off, so I've come up with the idea of using the hub pullers, which I will show you this bit. It does appear to be working. So well, it did. There we go. Well, yeah, so tyres are in good condition. I'll just have a look at these brakes. Well, okay. There you go. The thickness on here, and that is still well within limits. The brake drum is fine as well, just needs a little bit of a clean up, and that should be fine. So what I'll do in a minute is we'll take this tyre off and sand it all down and hopefully give that a powder coat. The next thing is we need to take this off, and once that's off we can obviously sand this down and powder coat that, and whilst we're there we'll give all this a good degrease and see how it comes up. So I'll just get this one off somehow and then I'll come back to you in a minute. Well, there we go, there's the one panel off. It's just surface rust. I don't think you have to go too mad. This is a little bit deeper but it's still okay. We'll powder coat that. This is the heat shield for the exhaust. Well, that's not bad either. Just needs to sand this down a bit and we'll powder coat that one. The exhaust is solid. God knows where you'd get another exhaust from, but it's solid. So I'm in two minds. I would have heat resistant painted it, but do I take it off? Well, maybe, if we're going to do things properly. And once that's off, that gives me a chance then to clean up, degrease all this area around here. So I shall get on and come back to you a little bit later. Well, I've decided, obviously, if we're going so far, we need to take the exhaust pipe off. My fears were that, as always, you try and do something simple and then end up with sheared studs in the bolts. But lucky enough, they are coming off. I WD-40 them, left them for about 15 minutes, and they're coming out all right. So it seems a shame to get this far saying and not get the exhaust off and give that a paint. So okay. I'll just get the other one out after this and I'll come back to you. Well, after a lot of jiggery pokery, finally got it out. It's it's solid, right, but just a lot of surface rust. Doesn't appear to be a gasket on it, so I'm sure there must be one. So I'll try and order one of those before we put that back as well. Right, so that's as far as we are at the moment. I better get started on the wheel because that needs to be done for today. As long as I can get a wheel back on at some time just to get it in and out of the shed, that's all I need to do. So I'll make a start on the wheel and come back and do some cleaning up here and that. Well, here we are back again. It's been raining, and every time I go to do something, it's either the weather or work. So I'm now back to work for 7 days, so I needed to get this wheel done. I'm sorry I wasn't able to show it to you. I'll show you how we do it properly the next one. But I've had to quickly powder coat that one now, and apart from a couple of dots of rain that kind of ruined it, it's actually come up very nice. This is with the nickel silver from Electrostatic Magic. I'll have to order some more because we do the other wheels. But what I'm going to do is just put this on for now, and we can get it out of the way for now. At least it's mobile, and I'll try and see if I get any time in the week just to do a bit of cleaning up of these panels and that, and then we'll come back to it as soon as I can. Okay then, so I do apologise. Weather's beaten me again, and work for 7 days. Jenny's tired out of all this hassle and the rain, and until next time, it may just be a little bit of extra time before we can get it done again, but I'll plod on and try and see if I can do some bits if I do get some time, and then we can carry on with it on the next video. Until then, please take care. See you soon. Bye bye.